Well, good afternoon and happy Tuesday to East Texas. We do have some showers and thunderstorms out there as we go into this evening. And so just want you to know that as we have gone through the day, we have seen some strong to at times severe thunderstorms, some flash flood warnings, and through the rest of the evening for the latest timing of any showers and thunderstorms out there, the latest on any watches, if any are issued, any warnings that might be issued, the best resource for the most up-to-date information for you will be our free weather app. Just search KLTV Weather or KTRE Weather on your device's app store. Of course, we'll talk a little bit about that tonight, but the big thing for us on our show this Tuesday evening, not only will be the storms tonight, but also the cooler air that's on the way. Still going to be warm out there, but the cooler air that's on the way for tomorrow with this backdoor cold front moving in tonight, and then we'll be warming up next week. Also, some updates on our long-range forecast, specifically the long-range tropical weather outlook that we get from the Climate Prediction Center, and then also some neat video coming to us from Colorado of a hailstorm yesterday. And also our Today in Weather History segment, which we do each day here on Weather Extra. So let me get our forecast for the evening pulled up, because I do think we need to start off with that, just given that we do have some showers and thunderstorms out there. Here it is, about a 50-50 shot for showers and storms over the next few hours. We talked about this yesterday, that this would be the situation, but chances for rain do start to decrease as we get closer to midnight. I think overnight tonight we're probably dry, partly cloudy skies. Temperatures will be dropping down into the 70s. There is a chance we could see, as we have already seen, a few more strong to potentially severe thunderstorms before the evening is over. The Storm Prediction Center does have most of our area under a marginal risk or a level 1 risk on the scale of 1 to 5. Primary concern here going to be strong wind, maybe some hail. That's been what we've seen through the day today. You may remember yesterday, we were not under a risk for any severe storms. They went ahead and added this marginal risk today, and I think we could see this pattern repeat over the next couple of days. While the risk for severe weather any given day does not look to be very high, there will be at least a low-end chance maybe each day, a marginal risk, if you will, for a strong to potentially severe storm, primarily a wind and hail threat, which is what we often see this time of year with any thunderstorms. Zooming things out, just want to show you, as we also talked about yesterday, risk for severe storms will continue with the risk for today for parts of West Texas, the Panhandle, as well as parts of the Gulf Coast. So there is that zoomed out view of today's risk. Through the rest of this evening, showers and thunderstorms will clear out of our area. Again, I think by midnight, most of the rain is out of East Texas. Maybe some sprinkles still at midnight. Otherwise, we'll be dry overnight. Into tomorrow, cloudy skies in the morning, becoming partly cloudy into the afternoon. Can't rule out a few more showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. The chance for rain looks to be about 20% for our Wednesday, and it will be cooler out there tomorrow because we'll have some northeast winds, east-northeast winds, really, and with that will come some cooler air. We call this a backdoor cold front because typically cold fronts move in from the west or the northwest in the front, and the cooler air that we're expecting tonight into tomorrow will be coming from the east and the northeast. So just a little kind of tidbit on that for you, why we call it a backdoor cold front. You'll see chance for rain again pretty low for tomorrow, and it'll taper off into tomorrow night. Thursday starts off dry, but then there is more rain in our forecast for Thursday afternoon, about a 30% chance. There's your full First Alert 7-day forecast. Saturday still standing out kind of as the day that will have the highest chance for rain. There will be a chance for rain pretty much every day for the next 7 days, but the day that it really stands out will be Saturday. High temperatures pretty close to normal for the next, we'll say 5 to 6 days. Upper 80s and low 90s. We've been above normal for this afternoon and yesterday, and I think by the middle of next week we'll return to that warmer than normal status as far as our temperatures are concerned. Let's get into our Weather Extra Super 7-day forecast, walking through each day. Lows tonight in the low 70s, highs tomorrow near 90 degrees, a little breezy tomorrow, a 20% chance for rain. For Thursday, isolated showers and thunderstorms, that chance for rain up to about 30%, still breezy, highs upper 80s. By Friday, we're going to say scattered showers and storms, 40% chance, highs upper 80s near 90. Into Saturday, More showers and thunderstorms, 60% chance on the rain, highs in the upper 80s, which again is pretty close to normal. Into Sunday, 50-50 shot for the showers and storms, still upper 80s on the highs. Monday, starting to see those chances for rain continue to go down, a 30% chance for showers and storms on Monday with a high of 91, and then back into the, I want to say low to mid 90s by Tuesday, high of 93, lower chance for rain at 20%, not as breezy by Tuesday. Our 7-day rainfall forecast looking at totals still in that range of at least half an inch for most of East Texas, but we are seeing more of that teal color that I pointed out to you yesterday, kind of that teal color there that you see. And if you, what am I thinking of here? If you check the key at the top of your screen, that teal color is 1.25 inches. And so that's what we're seeing for a large part of the area. So I would say most of us can expect half an inch over the next 7 days. Some of us could expect 1 inch, some of us 1.25 inches, and then some of us maybe even closer to 2 inches of rain over the next 7 days. This won't all fall at one time, but over the next 7 days, that's what the rainfall totals are looking like across our area. We zoom things out. Highest rainfall totals probably along the Red River into, we'll say, the Waco and Dallas-Fort Worth areas. That's kind of where the highest concentration or the highest totals for any rain will be. And then also seeing some higher totals from deep East Texas or kind of south of deep East Texas, south of the Lufkin area along the Gulf Coast through southern Louisiana towards New Orleans. So those kind of two areas that we can expect to see some higher rainfall totals over the next 7 days. There again is your full First Alert 7-day forecast, full screen for you. Highs upper 80s, low 90s through the weekend with daily chances for rain, but really Saturday, Sunday, the days where those chances will be a little bit higher. 40% chance Friday for your Friday evening, want that in mind. 60 on Saturday, 60% chance it is 50-50 shot for your Sunday, and then those chances for rain start to decrease into next week. I do have a weather history segment for you today. I want to get everything pulled up on that for you. We'll start off with this picture. So today, June the 2nd in 1995, a pair of large and powerful tornadoes struck near Friona in Dimmitt, Texas. Both of the twisters were observed by research teams from the Vortex 95 project, allowing for valuable data to be collected on structure and intensity. 15 people were injured. And again, these weather history segments that we've been running the last couple of weeks in the absence of the recorded video segment, these come to us from the Southeast Regional Climate Center. They are the ones that kind of put together those little descriptions that I read for you, and then they kind of point me in the right direction for these pictures. So that's the source of these. I want to give them credit. This picture is of a mobile Mesonet, essentially. That vehicle kind of looks like an old Chevy Caprice, I think, maybe a old Crown Vic. They have weather instruments on the top of that vehicle, and so that Vortex 95 project, a lot of different things involved with that, but they were gathering information about tornadoes, and they use this fleet of Mesonet vehicles to collect some of that data. So that's your weather history this day in 1995. Stick around still to come on Weather Extra, our long-range forecast, and new today. Every Tuesday during tropical weather season, hurricane season, we'll show you the long-range tropical outlook. So that addition to our Tuesday regularly scheduled programming is coming up. Stick around. You're watching First Alert Weather Extra on East Texas Now.
This summer, make a move to fight hunger by supporting the East Texas Food Bank's Summer Food Program for Kids.
I've got a sandwich.
When schools close for the summer, so do their food programs.
Carrots, woohoo!
The East Texas Food Bank's Summer Food Program provides thousands of free meals to children age 18 and younger.
Apples, awesome.
To learn more, go to easttexasfoodbank.org/summerfood. It's the winning move.
Did you know you can watch KLTV7 live or whenever you want? Totally free with no subscriptions. Just search KLTV7 on your Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, or Android TV. Get local live news, First Alert weather, and sports anytime you want it. Download and stream KLTV7, watch live, or play it back later. It's easy to watch, easy to install, and it's free. This is KLTV7 on your schedule. So the next time you stream, search KLTV7 News.
When you put your trust in the KLTV First Alert weather team, you are putting your trust in in a combined 40 years of experience.
We don't hype things up. We don't try to scare people. We want to give what actually is going to happen.
I'm forecasting for an area where all of my family is. I want them to be safe, and I want you to be safe.
We're spending, hours and hours looking in depth at the forecast so that you can prepare.
We all have our specialties, and when we put them all together, it makes for the perfect team.
Start show. All right, stand by for show open. 5, 4, 3, 1.
Good morning, East Texas.
Thanks for waking up with us.
Mornings start here.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. I want to talk a little bit about our long-range forecast. We touched on this yesterday, how temperatures would be closer to normal as we go through the rest of this week, really kind of after the cold front moves through today. But we're going to warm back up into next week, and I think that will be the next big talking point for us as we go through the rest of this week. The big thing, chances for rain pretty much every day through the end of the week, especially this weekend, but then warming back up into the mid-90s by the mid to late part of next week. So let me get the 7-day forecast pulled up again for you. There it is. You can see near normal temperatures again through the weekend, but by Tuesday we start to warm things up. So here's what's going on at the upper levels. I've gone back and forth on how to display this map as we have gone through things the last couple of weeks, months at this point. Today I've turned on kind of those white lines to maybe give us a better visual of what we're looking at. I haven't fully committed one way or the other. This has changed many times, but today we're going to do it this way. We'll put the high pressure on there, and then I'll try to point out where the areas of low pressure are for you. So high pressure overhead right now, and as we kind of go through the next 24 hours, if you will, the high pressure is going to start to move off to the east. And what we see here are kind of multiple storm systems, if you will, developing. So we kind of have one off to the west, kind of over the Baja Peninsula, also some storm systems over the northern part of the country, kind of north of the Dakotas, and then also a storm system off the west coast of Canada, a storm system off the east coast. A lot of different storm systems in different places, but high pressure, the big thing here is high pressure overhead that's been over the last couple of days going to start to move away from East Texas and won't be directly overhead. As that happens, let me clear off all of these storms I've drawn on here. As that happens, we're going to continue to see this dip in the flow here that will allow for moisture and storms to kind of move towards East Texas as we go through the end of the week. And what we see as we go into Friday and especially Saturday is a storm system kind of really take foot over the southern plains. You see that low pressure system that I just threw on there for you. That's why we think the chances for rain will be highest into the weekend, because we see that low pressure system getting closer to East Texas. Now, as we go through the weekend, let me delete that one. That storm system will start to move off to the north and east, and high pressure will start to move back off to the west and strengthen as it builds in over East Texas. As it does so, when the high pressure builds in, we start to see the chances for rain taper off, and we start to see temperatures warming back up. We'll climb back up into the mid-90s by the middle of next week, and we'll see chances for rain coming to an end at the same time. By the end of next week, though, Futurecast indicating that we could see another storm system developing over the Rockies. That could mean chances for rain by the end of next week, something we'll track as we go through the rest of this week into next week. Your Climate Prediction Center 8 to 14-day temperature outlook: near normal temperatures expected for the 10th through the 16th in East Texas. Rainfall leaning wetter than normal across the deep south, East Texas included in that, and much of the country. The 8 to 14-day hazards, East Texas not highlighted in anything there. Our first alert 10-day forecast, our extended forecast, showing highs near normal, normal being 88, near normal through the weekend, and then into next week we start to warm back up into the mid-90s by the end of next week, possibly into the upper 90s once again. And as I mentioned to you, it is now hurricane season, Atlantic hurricane season. It began yesterday, June the 1st. Today's the second day of Atlantic hurricane season. Nothing is expected over the next 7 days in the Atlantic basin. However, every Tuesday, the Climate Prediction Center will give us a long-range tropical outlook, and the update on that today in the week 2 time frame, the 10th through the 16th, they are saying there's about a 20% chance we could see some tropical development off the west coast of Mexico in the Pacific, something that we'll monitor into next week. So those are all the things on your long-range forecast still to come today. Some impressive hail video and 2 impressive satellite images of the day. Stick around. You're watching Weather Extra. We'll be right back.
This summer, make a move to fight hunger by supporting the East Texas Food Bank's Summer Food Program for Kids.
I've got a sandwich.
When schools close for the summer, so do their food programs.
Carrots, woohoo!
The East Texas Food Bank's Summer Food Program provides thousands of free meals to children age 18 and younger.
Apples, awesome.
To learn more, go to easttexasfoodbank.org/summerfood. It's the winning move.
In East Texas, if you know where to go, every weekend is an adventure. With the East Texas Weekend, you're never too far from fun. The East Texas Weekend is here to help you find a side of East Texas waiting to be discovered. From local events for the whole family to fun activities that cater to the enthusiast in all of us. Eat, shop, play, and so much more. Download our mobile app and plan your weekend experience today.
Yo, dog, we should go to the lake.
Man, I wish we could, but there's a storm rolling in here in about 10 minutes.
Yo, storm? What do you mean? There's not a cloud on this. Yo, how did you know that?
First alert.
Huh.
The KLTV First Alert Weather app. Stay ahead of the storm.
Did you know you can watch KLTV 7 live or whenever you want? Totally free with no subscriptions. Just search KLTV 7 on your Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, or Android TV. Get local live news, first alert weather, and sports anytime you want it. Download and stream KLTV 7, watch live, or play it back later. It's easy to watch, easy to install, and it's free. This is KLTV 7 on your schedule. So the next time you stream, search KLTV 7 News.
Welcome back to Weather Extra. Of course, you know I always like to share impressive weather video or weather or science-related news stories with you on the show. And I saw this video come out of the Denver area yesterday, and I said, we have to put that on Weather Extra tomorrow. So here it is. Take a look at this video. I don't know if there's any sound on it. It doesn't look like there is. That's not snow. That is hail, folks. That is hail from a thunderstorm in the Denver area yesterday. This video is from a landscaping company, I believe, in the Aurora area, which is kind of east of Denver. If you've ever been to Denver, Aurora is kind of the direction of the airport. There was so much hail yesterday, this landscaping company had to use heavy machinery to move the hail around and out of the parking lot. I just thought that was pretty interesting. Hail's one of those things that we never like it to fall on our house, on our car, but I do think it's kind of cool to look at and watch and the science and everything behind hail. What I want to do is show you the radar loop of that storm yesterday as it moved through the Denver area. It really started to develop around 2 o'clock yesterday, and then it started to dump that hail between, we'll say, 2 and 5 o'clock, really 4 o'clock, and then kind of fizzled out and moved off to the east. But there were multiple. I'm going to switch over to our hail tracks here, zoom things out. Multiple between noon and 6 o'clock yesterday. Multiple thunderstorms that produced large hail across the Front Range and into the plains yesterday. Several hail-producing thunderstorms. So thought that was neat. There's your weather news, cool weather video story for the day today, coming to us again from the Denver area. Still to come today, we have our satellite images of the day, a couple of them that I thought were pretty neat, and there was one that just dropped. We'll see if I can get in. If I can't get in today, I'll get it in tomorrow, but stick around. You're watching Weather Extra. We'll be right back with those satellite images of the day.
Roku users, here's how you can add KLTV to your device in just a few simple steps. Grab your remote and head to the search bar. Once you're there, type in KLTV. You'll see the thumbnail appear. Select it. Then choose Add App. Once it's installed, head back to the home screen and find the app. Select the app to open it. Now you have access to free live newscast, first alert weather, and our full library of local content. Stream anytime. KLTV.
Man, those bleachers are uncomfortable.
Where can I get one of those?
Only in the red zone.
Welcome back as we wrap things up here on this Tuesday afternoon. Our satellite images of the day, I mentioned to you one just dropped and it hasn't fully processed all the way. But the Cooperative Institute for Research in the Atmosphere, which is where I typically pull these images to share with you, they put one out that has all of the major Atlantic systems, Atlantic tropical cyclones for I think it was about the last 5 years. It's just not fully processed yet. So I'm going to give that to you tomorrow. But do have two of them for you today. We'll start off with this one.
Roku users, here's how you could...
That is not what I meant to do. Here we go. All right, there it is. You know, one of the things with this show, if you didn't know, I'm punching all the buttons in here. I've got 3 screens right here and then a big screen up there. I've got buttons over here that I push, buttons over here that I push. Sometimes I just hit the wrong buttons. That's what just happened there. But let's get that satellite image pulled up for you. Here it is. What we're looking at, the title of this, a myriad of thunderstorms erupt across the United States. The description, across the United States and northern Mexico, numerous strong and severe thunderstorms erupt in the two countries, and this was yesterday. And of course, most of us stayed dry in East Texas yesterday, but we did have thunderstorms in West Texas and in Mexico, also thunderstorms through the deep south, and as we just talked about, thunderstorms in parts of Colorado and the plains, those thunderstorms that produce the large hail in the Denver area. So that's what we're looking at, are thunderstorms moving across the United States and Mexico yesterday in that satellite image. And then our next one, this one's really cool. Katie would like this. Katie's really interested in the Hawaiian volcanoes, and check this one out. What you're looking at here, the 48th eruptive episode of Kilauea. The 48th eruptive episode of Kilauea's ongoing eruption sets the record for the most fountain episodes in a single eruption from this volcano, and that's what you are seeing there on that satellite image. Again, these images come to us most of the time from the Cooperative Institute for Research in the Atmosphere, and both of today's we're using NOAA's GOES satellites, which give us just such a unique and awesome perspective of the goings-on around the world, the GOES satellites specifically here in our hemisphere, but just love these satellite views and the perspective that they give us of things not only here in East Texas, but across the state of Texas, across the country, and around the world. That's what I have for our episode of Weather Extra today. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, we do still have some showers and thunderstorms out there. That chance will continue for a few hours. For the latest on radar and watches and any warnings, be sure you've downloaded our KLTV weather or our KTRE weather app, and you can check all the latest details on current conditions in your location using both of those apps. Stay safe out there this evening. Of course, we'll be back again tomorrow for another edition of Weather Extra. Have a good night.
Roku users, here's how you can add KLTV to your device in just a few simple steps. Grab your remote and head to the search bar. Once you're there, type in KLTV. You'll see the thumbnail appear. Select it. Then choose Add App. Once it's installed, head back to the home screen and find the app. Select the app to open it. Now you have access to free live newscast, First Alert weather, and our full library of local content. Stream anytime. KLTV.
Man, those bleachers are uncomfortable.
Where can I get one of those?
Only in the red zone.
Alright, stand by for show open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, East Texas.
Thanks for waking up with us.
Mornings start here.
Welcome back to East Texas Now. This is Hannah, Kylie.
And Leo. And we're covering the stories you want to hear about.
Live local news, breaking news, and interviews all day long, every day.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you were entertained and, more importantly, informed.
And guess what? You can watch us totally free with no subscriptions. You can just search KLTV 7.
This is East Texas Now, live local news all day long.